contagious and spreading quick like cracks in eyes, holy claim our lives while we sleep. We'll pray for heaven's floor to break.
As we've started these Lenten devotionals, one of the things we remembered right from the very beginning is the fact that Jesus said he had to go to Jerusalem. He had an appointment, and so he wasn't tricked into what's going to happen. He went with an intentionality and purpose, and that was the crucifixion, his burial, and his resurrection. And one of the interesting scenes that we see in today's devotional is sort of contrary to how some of us grew up seeing Jesus. I can still see the pictures of Jesus that were in our church and in my home when I was growing up, in which Jesus was almost a pasty white and an effeminate looking, very mild and meek person. Now, he certainly was mild and meek, but we see another picture of Jesus in today's gospel, that the same Jesus is for the truth and he's uncompromising. And so it seems, if you grew up with the view of Jesus that perhaps I had, a little out of character to see Jesus coming in and throwing the money changers out. Now just think about it. If you're going to put people who are trying to make profit to flight, you had to be a man's man to be able to do that. And you might ask, well, what is the point? What is Jesus trying to do? He does not want worship to be less or something different than what it was intended to be. And he wants everyone, poor, rich, and everybody in between, to be able to worship. And it should be a good reminder for us today. We must keep worship central. It must be the focus, is the focus on God, and that everyone is welcome and the ground is level at the foot of the cross. Then Jesus says an interesting thing when they're trying to understand what in the world is going on here, and why are you so upset, Jesus? And why have you cast these people out of the temple? Who gives you the right to do that? And Jesus makes this incredible prophetic statement. You will destroy the temple, but in 3 days I will raise it up. One of the things you'll notice continually throughout the Gospels is Jesus is perhaps the most misunderstood person of all time, for they didn't understand. They thought he meant the literal temple that they were standing in. How in the world could this temple be destroyed and be rebuilt in 3 days? But Jesus was prophesying about the resurrection. They were going to kill the temple of his body, but in 3 days, God would raise him from the dead. Let's enjoy, let's follow along this journey with Jesus on the way to the cross and resurrection morning.